ating bisitang doktor ngayong umaga. Siya po ay si Dr. Del Asuncion. Isa po siyang allergologist, board director ng PSAAI. Active consultant din siya sa Cardinal Santos Medical Center, Dr. Fedel Mundo Medical Center, East Avenue Medical Center, at sa Quirino Memorial Medical Center.
Hindi lang papahinga si
Oo
doktor.
nga busy.
One hospital for one day.
Oo nga Pero welcome po muna sa bahay ni Kuya Doc.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me.
Of course. Yan, pag-uusapan natin dahil isa nga siyang allergologist ay tungkol sa mga allergies. Diba? Si Diego yung walking allergy po yan. Allergic siya. Walking allergy. Allergic sa akin. Pero tanong po nga natin, ano po ba yung allergic rhinitis?
Actually, it's a chronic condition na yung everyday, almost everyday, or some of them, yung kung mild lang, pag na-expose lang to allergens. So usually, sneezing, so dire-diretso, or especially ang pinaka-bothersome doon, yung clogged nose and yung tuloy-tuloy yung discharge. Kunyari, may sipon, nawawala.
So in other words, Doc, you're saying na kahit hindi ka ma-expose sa allergen, somebody with a severe case of that could be constantly day in and day out, kahit walang trigger, tuloy-tuloy ang ano?
Actually, some allergens are just in your house or in your bedroom, kaya you cannot say na you're not exposed eh. So, some of them nandun lang sa surroundings.
And you might not be aware of it lang.
Ano pong ang cause ng allergic rhinitis? Kasi minsan, mas madalas ito si Diego, every morning talaga walang mintis yan eh. Ganon-ganon eh. Pero pag later
on the day,
okay naman na
Or
siya.
yung sinasabi kung minsan, di ba, paggising, may episode ka na you will sneeze for 3 to 5 times and then stop and then wala na.
Tapos na.
Actually, more of mild nga yun eh. Kasi it's just for a few sneezes lang. Pero that mostly it's allergic, meaning it's genetic. So you got it from your parents, one of your parents, so in your genes. So malaking portion doon. And then there's also the same symptoms, non-allergic. So pwede ring other causes naman, not necessarily yung mga pollen, house dust mites. So, pero mga weather, that's another thing, non-allergic yun. Pero right now, we're talking about allergic. So, it's just mostly from your parents, it's in your genes.
And then there's a possibility din na ipass mo to sa magiging anak
That's
mo.
right. That's
Ano
right.
yung trigger nun, Balik? When you say allergic and then it's genetic, so what are the trigger? Kasi I would suppose meron siyang may exposure to a certain element, or even without an exposure, you just have your allergic symptoms.
So if it's allergic, usually it's in your environment. So either dust mites, the most common dust mites, and then yung seasonal is yung pollens. When you're exposed to the pollens, yung nagkakaroon ng yung mga trees na
pollen count.
Pollen, yes. So most of the time yan. And the cockroaches are very common also. So sa house.
Tsaka yung mga ito si Diego, alam na alam din niya pagka yung aircon hindi nalilinis. Talagang once he steps into the room, talagang ayan na yung ilong niya, gumagano na, sabi niya, yung aircon
But
to.
may question more, sabi mo kasi it's genetic, di ba? So is it a lack of a certain gene na sa family nyo na that supposedly combats these allergens? Ganun ba yan? So if my mom was allergic to crabs, does it follow na crab din ako or pwede akong chicken lang?
Pwedeng kahit ibang food. May probably just yung food, in general, food allergy lang siguro. Yung tendency me to have food allergies. Pero you have an antibody actually, anti-IgE, it's antibody E. So usually yun yung marami na nagre-react ka. So you develop that antibody to a specific allergen.
What kind of test do you do para malaman nyo kung allergic yung isang tao or may allergic
isang particular
rhinitis siya?
For allergic rhinitis specifically, we have skin testing. So usually in the skin here sa forearm, and then just for 30 minutes you can get the results. If it's inhaled, yung mga specific inhaled, usually inhaled ang allergic rhinitis.
Dok, ito ba ay treatable or management lang?
Yes, if you're allergen, there's already what we call allergy shots, immunotherapy. So if it's your allergen is part of those who have been studied na proven effective yung immunotherapy. Actually, we can consider it parang near or cure for some. So totally after going through that,
nawawala.
Yes, yung propensity for that allergen lang kung hindi masyadong madaming allergens. So let's we have already for dust mites, for cockroach, for some pollens, yan,
But
available na
for,
yan.
like, for Diago's case, he has maintenance already for allergic rhinitis. Do you also advise then other people to have maintenance medicine for their allergic rhinitis?
If it affects your work, if it affects your studies, or yung, kunyari for kids, if it already has complications, ang complications in kids, yung
ear.
on the
Yeah.
ears, and then sinusitis, they always have this sinusitis, and asthma, especially asthma.
How about post-nasal drip? Is it also part and parcel of allergic rhinitis?
Yes, oo. So, some of them, they don't consider it rhinitis kasi walang lumalabas sa harap, dito sa nose. But if it's here, and then because of that, you have cough, parang 3 weeks of cough or more than that, parang chronic cough, and then that means you have to also treat that. Baka it's allergic in nature.
O araw-araw post-nasal drip.
Talaga?
Not colds. Saka itchy eyes.
Yun, itchy eyes.
Yun, parang kasama siya lagi. Yung iba, may kasamang once you sneeze, and then redness of the eyes or itchiness of the eyes, kasama yun. So, you have to treat. Actually, one
Allergic
treatment.
sign.
Yeah.
Oo, talaga yung kasi talaga lagi ko siya ginagawa example kasi talagang na-witness ko yung mga attacks niya ng allergies niya. Like talagang yung last time, di ba, I wasn't able to bring a pillow lang when we went out of town kasi yung pillow niya, yung, what do you call your pillow? Yung hypoallergenic. I wasn't able to bring that pillow. Tapos the next day talaga yung eyes niya nagsara na. Because
So
of,
is there
I think
hope
that's...
for people like me with the same without having to rely on an EpiPen or a
You have
medicine?
EpiPen ba?
Yes, I have EpiPens ready eh. So are there hope na that I can get over it or at least may mahabang period na wala akong bout?
If you identified your allergens, if you can identify the allergens, and then you can do some measures to avoid being exposed, then that will lessen your symptoms. And then yung medications mo, if you're taking it regularly, but if ever talagang hindi pa rin na control, then we recommend the allergy shots.
Allergy shots na.
If ever.
Doc, quick question lang. How would you know if it's about time na i-consult na ang doctors or kailangan na siya ng professional advice kapag umatake yung allergy?
So, normally, yung mga lay people, they just take antihistamine. Just to, if there's a point that that doesn't work anymore, or it's being very frequent, affecting your work or your whatever you do every day, then I think you have to, it's time to,
To go to professional.
they will just help you in identifying your triggers.
Ano po difference nung, kasi yun nga yung pag nagtitake ka ng allergy medicine, merong isa yung pwede kang makatulog, meron yung isa hindi. So ano po yung mas effective?
Actually, we recommend yung non-sedating, yung hindi nakakaantok. Kasi some of them, they drive, di ba, may mga work
So this is
really.
what you call the second generation.
Second
no?
generation. So, actually, for the first 3 days, some of them even nakakaantok. Pero wag nasanay ka na. Usually, okay na. Hindi na masyado nakakaantok.
Can allergies cause death? If not, all allergies for that matter.
Anaphylaxis.
Of course, yes, anaphylaxis. So, if you eat something that, and then the allergen is in the bloodstream, and then causing your blood pressure to go down, or you cannot breathe, or so yung mga systemic symptoms na yon, that will cause pwedeng in the end hindi na treat the emergency medicine, which is epinephrine, pwedeng
The EpiPen.
yeah, EpiPen.
But you're saying, Doc, when it becomes frequent already na umiinom ka ng medicine, it's time to go and consult, di ba? When you mean frequently drinking medicine, what do you mean?
If it doesn't work, kunyari, usually nagme-maintain ka for yung antihistamine daily. And then there's a point na even if you take already that daily dose, it doesn't work.
Kunyari, you're looking for a second dose, then there's something wrong na.
Yes. Probably there's an exposure to another exposure or may infection na, then probably you have to, if that's frequent, and if you have sinusitis na, I think you should,
Doctor, quick question. You mentioned the EpiPen. It's the Epi. It's not actually. It's quite difficult to get it now. Before we
Yes.
could buy it over the counter. Now it's
Kailangan
not.
may
May prescription. Do we already have that available here in the Philippines? The EpiPen.
actually we're trying to negotiate
Oo,
with a
kasi
partner there para
that's a
we can,
lifesaver eh.
There's another drug company na we're talking to. So hopefully within the coming months or another year, so hopefully we can get that
For
here.
our viewers, the EpiPen kasi is yung shot na, halimbawa may nakita kayo nga, severe allergic reaction. It's a lifesaver. You just give it
Yeah.
and nare-reverse. Of course, dadalhin mo pa rin sa ospital. Pero kesa yung traffic pa naman natin dito.
Tama.
So there are some prone to that or nangyari na in the past. They have it in their bags, whatever wherever they go, kailangan dala nila yun.
So,
Sorry,
hopefully
last
soon.
lang. Gusto ko lang itanong, you don't get immune to your allergies. Hindi po totoo yun na pag lagi mong kinakain or lagi ka naman na-expose, you get immune to it. Hindi
Yeah,
po
that's
totoo.
not correct. Actually, there are times now, if you take it more, baka lalo kang lumala yung allergies mo. You can go into that anaphylaxis, yung severe kind. There are some unlike doon. So, yung iba ginagawa nila, probably mild lang talaga yung allergies, hindi nagkakaroon ng severe reaction.
Oo.
Pero if talagang nagkataon sila yung gano'n, na-expose ka na na-expose sa seafood or whatever you're eating, probably
might cause more
mag-anaphylaxis ka. That's dangerous.
Kayo po ay may event.
Yes, yeah.
National Allergy.
We want to invite everybody kasi nga this coming Sunday at the Fisher Mall, that's in Quezon Avenue, corner Roosevelt. That's our topic is Save Mother Earth and Control Your Allergies. So we have a program 10 to 6 p.m. and then we have free skin testing. So for dust mites, yes. 11 o'clock to 6 start yun na 11 a.m. That will be the start of free consultation, allergy consultations with testing. So everybody,
May
I hope,
pre-registration ba?
free. Admission is free. It's in the activity center lang ng Fisher Mall.
Pag personal consultation naman sa inyo, Doc, saan kayo pwedeng contact?
Yes, it can be yung number ko, I'm giving the number. And then usually in Federal Mundo, that's in Banawe. That's the formerly Children's Medical Center. So all of that by appointment. So we can talk
Mahaba
about
kasi
it.
pila sa
Yes.
Magkano po ba yung mga skin testing na yan?
Actually,
Na
the
para po pagka dumating po yung event nyo, talagang pupunta na lang kasi sila dahil free.
Actually, the whole panel, around 60 allergens, ranging from 6,000 to 15.
Go,
Depending on the type of allergens that they
Ang
use.
mahal din.
So that will be a privilege if you can get the free test on Sunday.
May pre-registration po ba yun para pa-register ko na si Jen?
Basta ikaw
Nahihirapan
kagad
na.
ikaw kagad unahin.
Okay. Ayan.
Salamat,
Maraming
So we
salamat po.
hope you come lahat sana makapunta.